Alright, this is a review of the GROM Audio VLine system that's available for the Lexus GX470. This is a 2006, so there is different options or products for each different years of the GX470. So right now I'm actually just doing a upgrade that you'll need to do periodically with the VLine software. And it's nice because I'm actually in my backyard of my house, so the VLine just connects to my house Wi-Fi. You can do that, or you can do a hotspot on your phone and connect it to it, and then you'll be able to download system updates. So this is the front of the screen, which if you're a GX470 owner, you're going to notice this is completely different. And you can see all the apps I have here that are, you can scroll through. This is Google settings. Everything here is something I've chosen to put in its place, so I can move these things around. I can get rid of them if I wanted to. This is a Google Play Store. If you're an Android user, this is really user-friendly for you. Yeah, it's pretty much anything you want to put on here. I have a Netflix I was playing around with, Spotify. Right here it's going to display Bluetooth, anything I'm playing on Bluetooth. And yeah, so let's dig into it. Okay, so the front of the screen, I've customized all these apps. I haven't dove, too much into all that it can do, but I mean, it's pretty much endless of what's possible. I mean, right here you have a browser app. You click that, it'll dive right into there we go, Google, and I can click up here. I could type whatever I want in here, any URL, and it'll go right to it. So I could search anything. It's just like a tablet, really user-friendly. And I can click back. I was looking at Netflix here. Click the home button, back to the main screen. Here's this plus sign. This is an empty space. I can click this, and I can go into the different plugins that GROM has put in here. There's Spotify. I haven't logged into my Spotify. I was having trouble just with my account, but Spotify's there. All these other plugins here. There is a Apple CarPlay that's really good. It's in their pilot mode, so we'll review that. But here's all these different apps that are just like a tablet. Play Store, other shortcuts that you can download. So go back. One that I use the most is, of course, Bluetooth, which just works seamlessly. If I click this, it should, just go ahead and start playing what's on my phone, which is my Spotify account that I just have on my phone. So I use the Bluetooth all the time, and if you're a GX owner, this is probably the #1 reason why you'd want to download this. So super user friendly. And there's a web radio here you can download, and I've just kind of played with it mostly. Here's 91X. This is like a local radio station that you'll have to be connected to your hotspot. In my case, it's, I think right now, just with because I'm in the back of my house, connected to my house Wi-Fi, so it's not super strong, but this works pretty well. I used it the other day for a little bit. So then you just go here and back to the home screen. Was playing around with Netflix. Haven't taken too much time. Your Play Store, so if you're an Android user, Google Play Store is really easy to use. You just got to log into your Gmail account, and then I think it just will load right up here. Might take a little bit. I haven't really used it, so It'll take a little bit to load, and I'm sure I'll have to sign in. So yeah, won't play with that right now. Like I said, Spotify is really cool. I haven't logged in yet, but you can just see that, you know, it's going to have all this to choose from. All your stations will load, everything. It's really easy to use, and all your music. So if I was logged in, then it would of course make more sense. If you use Google Maps, watch this, click that here, and boom, pops up Google Maps, and just looks so good. Like if I were to type in here, Costco. So right there it pulls up Costco.
On your way to Costco Wholesale, there's the usual traffic. The route via I-5 North is still the fastest.
Okay, so sounds just like Google, and there it goes.
Head southwest toward Regal Road.
Yep, so now you know where my house is here. So I'll stop that and head back home. You have, so FM, AM, radio. Like I said, I was trying to do the Netflix thing here. I haven't really played with it, but if I were to click it, look how good it looks. It's just right there. So I haven't watched anything, but it obviously does load up like a tablet, so that's there. CarPlay, that's their pilot thing, so I won't review that right now. G Music, if you use that. So yeah, I mean, it's as good as you can ever hope for. And of course, the Bluetooth is just exactly what you've always wanted. So that's just a quick review. Here you have just something built in, weather. I haven't used the mic yet, but that's all built in. I have, of course, I tucked mine into my cigarette ashtray there, so I haven't used it yet, but I'm assuming that it works just fine. I have it tucked in there, so when I do talk on the phone, I can just open that up and it'll pop right out. All in all, yeah, super pleased with it. It's definitely a huge upgrade from what comes stock with the navigation system. So just simply by replacing the there, you can still see I haven't really fully organized everything there, but you know, replacing the CD changer that never used with the GROM Audio VLine is a huge upgrade. And of course they're still working on, you know, they're constantly doing upgrades, so it just gets better and better. And so really happy with it. Thanks, GROM Audio. Next will be the tutorial on how to install it, which you know, is fairly simple, but there's definitely some worthwhile things to see in a tutorial video. So enjoy that, and go out and get one. It's worth it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and work on installing the GROM VLine system in my 2006 Lexus GX470. Here's the parts, here's the tools needed. Just the Phillips, have a couple different sizes, 10mm long socket, needle nose pliers, and then the plastic trim removal tools. I picked these up just from Napa. I think it was like $4. So those are definitely going to come in handy. And then you have the harnesses, power supply, GPS, I think that's for camera, or rear backup camera, microphone, and then a USB extension, and of course directions. So here we go. I'm going to work on removing the panels, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, just working on removing the CD player here, or the changer. So to get all this out of the glove box, you need to release the glove box. There's a right here, just push in, and then on this side there's actually a wire that holds it in, and I hope I didn't get sucked back up in there, but I released it, and it's right here. So release those, and then there's 6 screws. One right here, 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 and then one down here, another in the middle, and then right over here. I think that's 6 there, using the cup holder to hold those. And then you have to unplug the light here. It just fell down, but unplug that. Unplug here and then here, and then should get you access to the CD changer, which looks like there's 4 total bolts to release it. Alright, so I'm going to work on removing the plastic panels. So we need to remove this guy, this one here, which I've already popped out a little bit, this one, and then this one here. Then there'll be 4 10mm bolts, one here, one up here, here, and here. Before doing that, we'll pop out the cigarette lighter. Everything, this whole unit should pop out pretty easily, and then we could actually pull this out. Once again, like these plastic panel removal tools you have to have these. Getting these in the plastic here, it just gets in there and then just pops it right out. So makes it much easier. Not worth breaking panels. Not use these. Okay, so just quick update. Mostly use this guy to remove this thing. This thing is not easy to remove. I think the best way to go about it is this side here. You can see they actually put something that is somewhat adhesive, and so it sticks to the dash on each side. You can see right there, like sticks into the dash. So the only way I was able to get it out without feeling like I was gonna break it, which I honestly think I might have broke one of the tabs, is to just go down and just kind of up and down and try to break this adhesive that I'm pretty sure is. And then from the top up here, I really just worked this in and just kept working it in. There's one here. This is one I think I might have injured a little bit. So slowly, and it just seemed to finally just release. And I did it from the bottom. I held the top with my left, and then from the bottom pulled this, and it finally just popped. Also to point out, you need to make sure and unplug the hazard. It's just a simple unplug, and then the same thing with the airbag here. We're gonna have to unplug that, and remember to, when we're installing, to plug them back in. If you don't plug back in the airbag, could definitely have some fault codes pop up. So, yep. This one's coming out a little easier, kind of. I've definitely focused more on the bottom here and just kept running up and down this to break this, what seems like some sort of gripping material. And you just got to get these things to unplug. You can feel it, like as you're pulling it, like it wants to unplug, and you just got to kind of keep going, and then eventually it just pops. There it is. So I'm gonna unplug the airbag, and then we just got this bolt here. Let's see, there's one there, one right here, and then one down here. I think too, the cigarette lighter stuff, yeah, it just pops right out right here. And then we'll pull it back and get working on the harness. I've already dropped all this, and should be pretty easy from there, hopefully. Okay, see if we can pop this guy out. Yeah. Comes right, I'm just gonna let it kind of dangle like that. We're already. Alright. Okay, so let's see the display port. I'm pretty sure that's the right one. Right here, I just unplugged. It's the second one over, right there. And so now I have the included harness here, the Y. So I'll plug this one into the back of the navigation, and then the existing original one here. Alright, so got the display port in there, plugged in with the existing there. Sorry if it's blurry. Go, and then I ran it through here, and this will go into the glove box and into the VLine module. Okay, so next on the list here is the power audio connector right here on the back of the actual radio. So, and I wish I could get this thing to come into focus here for you, but right here, go ahead and just take your unplug this power, and then you get the Y that's included in with the VLine, and you're rerouting, so you just plug it in there and then plug in the VLine power right here, and then I made sure to go behind this, so behind, so that way the stereo can fit back in here. So now we got these two coming back, bypassing back here, coming into the glove box where the VLine will sit. Tips is just to make sure you hear that nice snap, or that, you know, when it's connected, goes in all the way, it's gonna make a nice snap in. Real quick, I just decided to move these two, the nav wire and then the power supply underneath this bar. So I just realized when I put the whole plastic piece back up, it's gonna snap in, and I don't think there'll be much room. So underneath, I think, makes more sense. Of course, we'll find out as we go, but I think that's probably a good tip there. Right, one thing I forgot to mention before testing is we need to, if you have a CD changer, we need to disconnect the power. In fact, you can pretty much just remove it, so that way you have that top slot for the VLine. The reason why you need to unplug it is because the stereo won't know which to talk to, the VLine or the CD changer. The VLine is actually emulating the CD changer, so you can't have both. So you just need to take out, it's a little dark, sorry, but there's a screw there. There's 4 screws on either side, pops out. On the right side is a power connector, just unplug that, and then the thing just comes right out. So once that's unplugged, and then you have the 2 Ys for the display and power all connected in the back, ran through, then you can go ahead and do the start test. Okay, so I did go ahead and do the start test, and so instructions say turn the ignition to the on position, wait 5 seconds, turn it off, and then wait 1 minute, then turn it back on, and then you're going to go ahead and push the disc twice to initialize, and we're on. Started putting back together the glove box. So this thing obviously just snaps in. I did pull out the CD changer, so I'll keep this thing mounted up here where the CD changer was. It doesn't come with any mounting hardware, just the 2 brackets. You can see right there on either side there's just 4 screws to get them in. I'll probably just maybe put like a piece of Velcro maybe to keep it down. I do quite a bit of off-roading, so I'll have to kind of think about that one. But yeah, maybe just some like industrial grade Velcro with obviously the adhesive on either side might do the trick. As far as the mic and navigation antenna, I have the antenna just tucked in here for now. I did read that somebody said that it works just as good in there as it does mounted up here. It does have adhesive on the end of the antenna, but I might just keep it there for now just to test it. And then I haven't really figured out a place where to like discreetly bring it out, but I have it out there. I mean, there's one hole maybe like right here. I could bring it out and then run it up the panel there, but we'll see how it works. So then as far as the mic's plugged in, I have it running, tons of slack here. I ran it behind, and then I actually put it right here. It's actually in here. I don't know, I could not decide whether I wanted to put it up top or not, and I just didn't like the idea of loose wires running around, so I drilled a hole in the back of my cigarette ashtray, which I don't smoke, so I don't usually use the ashtray. I just have like a scent in there, and then I drilled a hole in the back of it and then tucked it in here, and I figured I could close it and then it would just be sticking out here like that. So I'll have to play with it to get it to work, trying to not pinch the mic, but I don't know. Yeah, I haven't quite figured that one out, but it's in there, so that's where it's gonna live for now. All right, just installing. Just make sure that you get these 4 bolts for the navigation display in tight. Be sure that this guy for this plug here for the airbag is definitely plugged in. Just putting the glove box back together. I did fail to mention what I'm gonna do with the USB cord here. I'm just gonna plug it in and I'm just gonna have it come out of the glove box. I just really don't want to have to open this any more than I have to for the mic, and the USB is just a little too thick. I have seen guys, they got like a USB plug-in right here that connected then to the USB here, so that way it was a plug-in. Super good idea. I wish I would have thought of that before I decided to install, but here we are, so maybe one day. But until then, I'll just plug it in and run the wire out the glove box. As for installing this, just remember that you have this, maybe you can't see it, but there is that wire there that helps the glove box to close slowly